Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Rebels TV for another week, another fantastic week of TAC Cup football gone, and very much looking forward to the next one as well. Sean Kelly's my name, in the host chair as always, and joining me once again, AFL Victoria talent manager Phil Partington. Parto, welcome back, mate.
Hey Sean, how are you?
Very, very well. An interesting weekend just gone. Some really good results for our under-16s, unfortunately under-18s. Improved performance, but not on the scoreboard.
Our under-16s were outstanding. We came away with a 6-point win, and for the boys to walk away from the under-16 carnival with 2 wins and 1 loss out of 3 games, we've been very pleased with their effort and been very well coached, supported by Damien Ross, our head coach, and coaches from the region, Ben Vanderkamp, Dean Jenkinson, ex-Rebels player in Damien Horbury, and Reece Carr, of course, and Alex Ross. So we've had some really good coaches, coached the boys really well, and to see them walk away with that win on Icon Park on Sunday was a really pleasing moment for the Rebels program.
Really good performance from a couple of the boys that caught the eye as well. Joel O'Connell, Lake Wendouree boy, and Thomas Berry from the Horsham Saints as well. Yeah,
it was probably Thomas's best game for us for his time for the under-16s, and Joel's been away with St Pat's College to Ireland for the last 2 weeks, so to get him back in the team, that inside grunt, and to see him play a good game was very pleasing.
And the under-18s, talking about the TAC Cup team, of course, unfortunately went zip 3 on the weekend. A much improved performance against the top side, the Murray Bushrangers. Probably not the most aesthetically pleasing game for the football lovers, but a really hard, really physical kind of game. And unfortunately, as we can see on the screen at the moment, a 13-point defeat.
Yeah, it was a physical game, and the Murray Bushrangers had a lot of guys going down, and so did we, with just little soft tissue injuries or some hard hits. We kicked bad, we lost the game, and I think we had our time again. We'll do a few things differently, not so much the coaching side of it, but the players. We let the Murray Bushrangers have too much easy footy. Free kicks will double towards the Murray Bushrangers end. So little things like that we can improve on just by simple, training better and things like that. So we need to improve a few areas, but we're not that far away, Sean.
No,
not that far away.
We've
played some good teams. So Geelong Falcons round 1, beaten there. Stingrays are a good team, and we've played the Murray Bushrangers on top. So really looking forward to this ANZAC Day clash against the Calder Cannons. It's a big day for not only the Rebels and Calder Cannons, but for all Australians. On ANZAC Day we have a ceremony on the Saturday. So looking forward to that. So it means something for our players, and hopefully we can sing the song together on Saturday.
Yeah, very much looking forward to it. Some good signs against the Bushrangers. They held them to their lowest score of the season, and I suppose if the radar was on a little bit more in the last quarter, we had 11 scoring shots to 7 in the last quarter for 2 goals 9. Might be singing a different tune.
Yeah, well, bad kicking's bad football, Sean. So look, we had a lot of really a lot of positives. Like Talem's Wason's first game for us. A boy that's from North Warrnambool, played a great game of footy and showed a little bit of class, which really, I thought Jermaine Jones was really good. And
it's his best game for the season.
Yeah, and the other one was James Gow, our 19-year-old boy from Koroit, played in the premiership last year for Koroit. Didn't play Rebels last year as an 18-year-old, concentrating on his schoolwork, but seeing him come back as a 19-year-old. He's played some really good games the last one, but to see him perform well again was very pleasing. And
a beautiful segue by yourself into our Mars player of the day for round 3. It is James Gow for his 3rd fantastic performance in a row for the Rebels this season. We caught up with him at the rehab session at the Brunswick Bars after the game. Have a listen to our Mars player of the day, James Gow.
Player of the day for round 3, James Gow. Gowie, congratulations, mate. Great game once again by yourself. Really good start to the season personally.
Thanks, Shawnee. Yeah, it's been good. It's good to play amongst some good players in Lugger and Drewy and Bez. Makes it a lot easier for me on the field when they're out there feeding me.
Tough game today too, really tough in the clinches, and that's where you do some of your best work in tight. How did you find the game today?
Yeah, I thought we were always in it. The boys fought really hard and they're a good team, and I think we were in it till the end, so yeah, it was good. It's good to get a few touches.
You had a year off from TAC footy last year, you played the year before. How have you found it after that 12-month break coming back into TAC footy?
Yeah, I reckon it's a lot easier for me. It's a good bunch of blokes, so yeah, I've found like I developed my game last year, so yeah, so it makes it a lot easier.
Did you set yourself any goals for the start of the year with TAC Cup footy?
Yeah, just to help the other blokes out and play as good as footy as I can, and see what goes from there.
Big week now, leading up to next week against the Calder Cannons, who are in a similar boat as us at the moment, unfortunately, zip 3, so really big game and almost a must win.
Yeah, Calder always been a pretty good team, so I reckon we can step up and really try and get them this week and try and get a win on the board.
Gowie, our Mars player of the day for round 3. Congratulations, mate. Look forward to seeing you star again.
Thanks,
in
Shawnee.
future weeks.
Cheers, mate.
Our
Thanks.
Mars player of the day for round 3 has had a fantastic start to the season with 3 very impressive performances to start it off. It's almost time for that time of the week, Parto, the one that everybody wants to see, Inside 60, brought to you, of course, by Bluegum Clothing, our fantastic apparel partner for the Rebels. The Bluegum shirts we're wearing, the boys run out in the Bluegum jumpers every week, and they do a fantastic job. And this week, one of our first-year players who has made a few sacrifices this year to improve his footy and has been very impressive in his first 3 games.
Yeah, Lachlan Huppatz from the Portland Football Club.
Go Tigers.
Missed the Rebels last year, was on our rookie squad, or development squad, worked extremely hard last year. Elite runner, 16 plus beat test, 9.33 KR, has worked extremely well over the pre-season to get himself to the next level with his, not just his fitness, but his football side of it. He's just recently moved down to Ballarat to further his football as well, so that's shown the commitment that sort of the boys got, and just, great to see him go inside 60 with the Rebels and see what he's going to say.
So here he is, Lochie Huppatz, thanks to Bluegum Clothing, going inside 60.
Hups. Midfield's wing, yep. Probably Dustin Martin. West Portland Football Club. Calm. Probably Hask. Maybe Charlie Lee. Definitely Jermaine Jones. Terrible jokes. Probably first senior game last year or debut on Simmons Stadium was pretty special. Probably Darcy Tucker last year. Maybe Dan Nicholson from Melbourne when he played for Port Fairy.
All around the country, Australians have been speaking up with their thumbs, and we've heard you. Matt, nothing should come between you and a McMuffin. Simon, we know hash brown hunger can strike when you least expect. Danielle, no one should have to choose between hotcakes and a sleep-in. And now, you don't have to. Now you can enjoy your favourites for brekkie, brunch and dinner. Yes, Australia, it's breakfast time all the time at Macca's.
Lochie Huppatz, Inside 60, very interesting segment, and also a little snippet from our fantastic naming rights partners, McDonald's Ballarat, there as well with their all-day breakfast. I know I've been a bit of a part of that, and I know you've been a bit of a part of that as well.
You're on a diet at the moment though, Sean, so hopefully that lasts over the next 2 days. But the all-day breakfast is alright, as does the sharing packs.
They do indeed as well. Fantastic fare by McDonald's Ballarat. But let's talk this week, Parto, round 4. Under 16s are finished, so it's all under 18s that we'll concentrate on this time. And as you mentioned earlier, the ANZAC round clash between the Calder Cannons, something that we play every year, up against the Cannons on the ANZAC Day round, in a really good spirit and a really big game for both teams because both are going in zip 3 and someone's going to get their first win for the season.
Well, that's true. We've done it for the last 2 years, a great initiative between Ian Kite and myself to work out this ANZAC Day clash. And last year we were happy to bring the cup home to Eureka Stadium, so hopefully it's in the back of the car on Saturday afternoon. So we know it's going to be a really, really important game for us as a football club. The players, certainly installed a bit of confidence from the weekend's game. We know the Calder Cannons are always hard to beat down at Craigieburn, or Rams Arena as it's called now. But looking forward to it. We've got some good players. I think hopefully Cal Wellings might get an opportunity. He's been out for the last 6-7 weeks. Getting his opportunity on the half-back flank. Really need that run off the half-back flank, and we might just make a few positional changes to straighten the team up and hopefully kick some more goals.
Well, that was one thing I was going to mention, looking at the team for this week. Callum Wellings obviously has missed a lot of footy, but has been training really well and is a chance to come back in. Jacob Wheelerhand's probably half a chance as well after missing with concussion last week. On the other side of it, Todd Clode left the game early last week with some concussion as well, so you feel that he probably may miss one as well, but not quite sure yet because he's got a pretty hard head. So
no, we've got a pretty straight rule with the actual concussion rule. If the boys do get concussed mild, severe, whatever concussion, they won't play the week after.
Week off.
We need to look after these young boys' brains, and hopefully they've got some in the brains for the future. So, for one game of footy, for the general health of the players, very, very important we look after them.
Agreed.
So, look, Todd won't be playing this week, but that gives another opportunity for someone else to come into the team and show their wares, similar to like Taylor Mason did on the weekend.
Exactly
so,
right. And that's the thing, the kids that are coming into the side are taking their opportunities as well. Jake McQueen did it in round 2, stayed in the side for round 3 and did some good things again on the weekend. So I suppose that's the pleasing thing, that as the team gets to know each other and they're gelling and there's new players coming in, they're getting better each week.
Well, we've got 45 players on the playing list, and hopefully we can try and get through all those all throughout the year. But the boys will get opportunities, and when the opportunities come on, they've got to hold them. And hopefully the boys that get opportunities will stay in the team, but you never know.
1 p.m. game this Saturday at Rams Arena, Highgate Recreation Reserve in Craigieburn. It's going to be a fantastic game between the Rebels and the Cannons. It's about all the time we've got for this week on Rebels TV. Parto, thanks for joining us once again.
Thanks, Sean. And if anyone's around Eureka Stadium on Friday night, it's the opening game of the new stadium.
Yes.
The VFL team against the Geelong VFL team. So get down to Eureka Stadium, support your own Ballarat team in the VFL, and be a great night to see so many people look at the new stadium.
And of course, so many ex-Rebels in that team as well,
Absolutely.
especially from the last 2 years.
Yep.
7 p.m. that game on Friday night as well. We'll be back Wednesday next week as well, hopefully talking about the Rebels' first win of the season and previewing the big game for the Rebels next week when we get our first home game for the season and our Ronald McDonald House charity game as well. But that's next week on Rebels TV. We'll see you then.